Hey everybody, welcome to the guided assignment for chapter 28. I'm just going to walk through these three problems. These are probably easier than some of the stuff we've done in the past, so hopefully you'll think so too. So let's just take a look at the first one. Sorry, I've already got. There it is. All right. So you can see I've actually moved all of this data over into Excel. I just think it makes life easier. You could do this with a calculator as well. Anyway, this is Apples and Oranges Inc., and they are trying to become more efficient. So they're trying a couple of different shipping procedures, and they're going to try them out. They've done them for a month now, and this is the results, what they found. What I love about business is there's always this element of science to it, right? There's an element of art in some of the sales and customer service and what they call soft skills. Marketing, I think, certainly has elements of art in them. But there's also an element of science where we say, we have a hypothesis about what's going on, and let's try some things and measure them, and then adjust from there. So here they've tried two different things, procedure A and procedure B, they call it. And then they've measured the number of errors, the number of hours it takes from the order to the shipment, and the number of time it takes, and the amount of time it takes from shipping until delivery, and the pounds of goods they shipped, and the number of shipments. So the first question they want to know is the average number of shipping errors per shipment. So we know that accounting language, or really any language, per just means divide, right? So if we were going to say shipping errors per shipment, we would just say shipping errors divided by number of shipments. That would tell us how many shipping errors there were per shipment. We can use Excel's fill tool to do the heavy lifting for us there. And then if we want to make our life easier, we can have it do the rounding for us to 3 decimal places. So procedure A had 0.343 errors per shipment, and procedure B had 0.419 errors per shipment. Good. All right, the second one says the hours from ordered to delivered. And so we know the hours from ordered to shipped, and we know the hours from shipped to delivered. So if we just add those two together, ordered to shipped plus shipped to delivered, that would give us the hours from ordered to delivered. And we'll use our fill tool to make our lives a little easier. Once 1 decimal, so 25 hours for procedure A and 27.7 for procedure B. All right, the third thing it asked for, average pounds of goods per shipment rounded to 2 decimal places. So what we're going to do is take the pounds of goods shipped per shipment, or divided by shipment. And we'll use our fill tool, and then we'll use our rounding to have it do the work for us. So procedure A averaged 2,810.46 pounds per shipment, and procedure B averaged 2,530.16 pounds per shipment. And then the question is, which program should we implement? And so let's see, which one has the lower errors per shipment? It looks like procedure A. Which one has the shortest delivery time, or the total time from order to delivery, 25, so procedure A. And which one results in having the highest average pounds of good per shipment, procedure A. So this looks like procedure A is the stronger procedure. And there it is. All right, so let's move on to the second question. And again, I've already put the data in here just to save us time. You, of course, can do that yourself. So this is Buffalo Barbecue Restaurant trying to become more efficient in training its chefs. I think they're probably cooks if they work at a place called Buffalo Barbecue, but I don't know if there's a hard definition between the two. Maybe if there is, throw it in the comments. It is experimenting with 2 training programs aimed at this objective. Both programs have basic and advanced training modules. The restaurant has provided the following data regarding the 2 programs. So they have program A and program B. Looks like there were 5 chefs trained chef number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 5 in each program. And then we have the hours of training, basic training, the hours of advanced training, and the number of mistakes they made. Okay, so the average hours of employee training per chef, rounded to 1 decimal place. So we'll say training per chef. So I think to facilitate this, I'm going to add a totals column. And then we'll just use the sum button here to find the total number of hours of basic training for program A. And then we can use fill to find the total hours of advanced training and the total number of mistakes. We can do the same thing for procedure B. That'll help us a little. So now our training per chef, if we just say, hey, this is going to be the hours of basic training plus the hours of advanced training divided by the number of chefs, which was 5, that would give us the average number of hours per chef. Do the same thing over here. Hours of basic training plus hours of advanced training divided by 5. So program A did 32.4 hours training per chef, and program B did 29.4 hours. And then the average number of mistakes per chef. Again, we're just going to take the number of chef mistakes divided by the number of chefs, which is 5. Number of mistakes divided by 5, number of chefs. All right, so we can see that program A had 13.6 errors or mistakes per chef, and program B had 6.4. So which program should we implement? Well, I like that B has fewer mistakes, like half as many. And it looks like they had to use less training time. So they were able to get a much better result mistakes-wise with less training time. So we'll say program B. That looks good. And then on to the third one. So this one is Moses Moonrocks Inc. Has developed a balanced scorecard. I wonder if Moses hits a moon rock with a moon stick, if moon water will issue forth from the moon rock. Probably, I would guess. Anyway, he's developed a balanced scorecard with a measure map that suggests that the number of erroneous shipments has a direct effect on operating profit. The company estimates shipment error leads to a reduction of revenue by 3,000 and increased costs by 2,000. So I'll just put that in here. So errors, reduction of revenue, 3,000, increased cost, 2,000. So our total cost of errors, right, is just the sum of those two. So an error is going to cost us $5,000. Okay, that's an expensive error. I try to have no errors. So the question is, if the company has the above budgeted sales and expenses, so cost of goods sold, depreciation, and other expenses, determine how many shipping errors the company can afford and still break even. So the first thing I'm going to do is just calculate the net income. The net income is going to be our sales minus our cost of goods sold, minus our depreciation expense, minus our other expenses. So sales minus expenses gives us our net income. So they made $30,000, or they're expecting to make $30,000 in net income. And we know errors cost $5,000 a piece. So our break even in shipping errors is just going to be our net income divided by the total cost of an error. And that'll tell us that we can make 6 errors before the cost of those errors completely eats up our net income. If we have 5 errors, we'll still make some profit. We'll still have a positive net income. If we had 7 errors, we would be losing money. So our break even shipping errors is 6. All right, there you go. So hopefully that was pretty easy for you this week. And hopefully the rest of the chapter is just as easy. Good luck on the rest of the chapter and have a great week.